Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Philadelphia Eagles. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
4 at their 48-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass. So that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 44, Wilson rolling to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett, and able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
Complete.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
First down, Seahawks.
Get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The Seahawks and Eagles, you might remember, they met up in the wild card round a season ago. It's a night Philly fans could probably stand to forget. Carson Wentz exited early after just 4 passes thrown, and Josh McCown, at 40 years of age, brought in. But the Seahawks, they were too tough as they slugged out a 17-9 victory.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. This is Johnson, he's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
2nd and 6.
They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown, Seattle.
Rashad Penny, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead.
The kick is good.
Extra point by Marr, up and good.
7.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
Brett Maher is set to kick.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Returnable for Dorsett. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
He was brought down at the 26. 1-yard gain.
2nd and 9 now. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
49-yard line.
Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
48-yard line.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll fire it deep for Rager, and it's knocked away and incomplete. Jalen Rager was the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched from the quarterback, you throw the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
1st and 10.
That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Seahawks 7, Eagles nothing.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Ball carrier.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. So the field goal there counts what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Okay, that's a lot of offense to run there when we get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll run on first down. Sanders. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Sanders. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. the shotgun. He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left. And got his man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson. That's caught by Jackson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Seahawks.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Back at the 27.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. He'll find Metcalf. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Complete to
18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
DK Metcalf. Touchdown.
DK Metcalf with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Johnson on the return. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. Wilson. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They go play action with Wilson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. You're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Again, it's Penny. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Wilson. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's second down. To throw again. Wilson steps away to his left. Bringing it in. Jackson left side. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. To throw again is Wilson. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
DK Metcalf.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Seahawks.
So 2 1st downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Wilson will throw again. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air, another 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack on 1st down, Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. Now Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This ball complete to Rager. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Let's make these babies
Here's Sanders. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Another run with Sanders. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a 1st down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
2nd down. That's the end.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. To try again after the sack. Wilson, and his throw here is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one, because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll run with Sanders. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5.
The pass. Jamal Adams there on the tackle. A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll drop to throw. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards the pickup there.
At the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
After the penalty, it's Penny. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Penny, a 1st down carry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Able to get there and pick it. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
At the 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
Now they'll run it again with Penny. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off inside the 5. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it into Watkins, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays. But the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Wilson leaves this one with Penning, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Throwing now is Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. So the victory here for Seattle, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Seahawks, the playoffs may be out of reach, but the win gets them to 4-8 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7.
And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL.